Good afternoon, Calvert community. Thank you for joining us today as we get ready to share exciting news with you related to our upcoming anniversary celebration and the public launch of the Calvert 125 campaign. While the COVID-19 pandemic and other major current events have significantly impacted our community throughout the last year and this year, they have also brought out the best of our unique Calvert strengths in innovation and collaboration. A philosophy that was presented to Calvert's Board of Trustees by Virgil Hilliard on this day more than 120 years ago. Today we continue to build and to lead as we progress into a world unimaginably different from the one our founders knew when they established Calvert 125 years ago, or even as we set forth our plans 365 days ago. It is with one task in mind: to move Calvert forward even in times of uncertainty, that we officially launch our capital campaign in celebration of our milestone anniversary, Calvert 125. Our campaign is led by Wendy and Ben Griswold, and I'm excited to report that through their leadership and early support, we have exceeded our initial goal of $12.5 million. That said, when we first planned this campaign, we had no way of knowing the road that lay ahead with COVID response and our successful work in bringing our children fully back to campus this school year. Our new challenge is to raise an additional $2 million, and I hope you'll join us. This campaign calls on us to identify who we are as a school and who we will be in the next century for our students. This bold goal and endeavor will propel the school's work to prepare future leaders, provide an education for all deserving children, respond quickly to today's most urgent challenges, and finally, to build a dedicated athletic facility for the first time in our school's history. We know firsthand that Calvert graduates carry their experiences with them throughout their lives, and that these foundational years are pivotal in our children's developmental journey. Today, we are inviting the entire school community to help us make a greater impact on these formative years. Our work together will launch us into the next chapter to meet the demands of challenges and change. I have a few friends with me today who are going to help us outline each campaign priority. I'll begin by introducing current parent Dawn Moore, who will tell you more about our first campaign priority, the Institute for Leadership and Purpose. And I will join you again in just a few moments with some very special guests and a big announcement.
Thank you, Andrew. Hi, I'm Dawn Moore, co-chair of the Parent of Alumni and Grandparent Division for Calvert 125. My husband Wes and I are proud parents of Mia and Jamie, who are current lower schoolers. Calvert's Institute for Leadership and Purpose is why I became involved in this campaign. This program seeks to develop confident, responsible, globally aware, independent thinkers and empower them to share their voices as future leaders of Baltimore and beyond. The focus on teaching leadership skills has become more intentional through hands-on learning at all grade levels. I've seen it firsthand as a parent, even during these difficult times. The campaign fund raised in support of the Institute will endow a speaker series, help us to secure important partnerships with local and national organizations, allow us to host leadership conferences, and most importantly, it will sustain the program this year and every year for as long as Calvert stands. Now I'm going to pass it to Josh Perry from the class of 1996, who will share more information about our second campaign priority, financial aid.
Thank you, Dawn. I can tell you firsthand the importance of financial aid funding at Calvert. When I was a Calvert student, I benefited from this funding. Now I have the privilege of managing the investments that fund this very program. More than ever, securing additional financial aid dollars for our school's endowment is needed. Financial aid awards are essential to keeping Calvert accessible to the brightest children in Baltimore, regardless of means. In times of crisis, financial aid helps families who are struggling with job loss or dealing with unexpected changes to their income. Right now, Within our community, we have families who have been negatively impacted by COVID. Because of financial aid, we have been able to provide emergency assistance to help ensure that our children remain in the classroom. Achieving our campaign goal of raising nearly $2 million for financial aid endowment will provide $80,000 in new financial aid resources every year and boost the endowment designated for financial aid to more than $5 million. We are a family at Calvert, ensuring strong academics and caring deeply about each one of our students. That is what makes Calvert so special. Betsy Hobelman from the great class of 1987 will next tell you about our third priority, the Calvert Fund.
Thank you, Josh. Hi, everyone. I'm Betsy Hobelman, a current parent, alumni parent, trustee, and proud alumna. When the Board of Trustees started planning for Calvert 125, we wanted to ensure the annual fund was embedded deeply into all parts of the campaign. Every campaign ask includes a request for annual fund support. The Calvert Fund is the school's philanthropic lifeblood and is essential to our students' continued success. It impacts everything: teachers, academics, athletics, music, arts, financial aid, and the list goes on. The annual fund is Calvert's largest source of unrestricted operating dollars and provides flexibility in meeting new challenges as they arise, including COVID-19, and provides important support to strengthen existing efforts, such as our diversity, equity, and inclusion programming. By participating in this year's Calvert Fund, you are a part of the Calvert 125 campaign and should feel incredibly proud of yourself the way you helped make this school year a success in the face of great adversity. And now I'm going to pass it back to Andrew, who has made his way over to the middle school with exciting news about our fourth campaign priority, the Luetkemeyer Athletic Center.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome. Thank you, Dawn, Josh, Betsy, for helping walk us through our campaign priorities. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to Calvert 125 honorary campaign chairs who were unable to be with us today, Jack Luetkemeyer and Nancy and Henry Hopkins. Jack, from the class of 1953, is a former chairman of the board who was instrumental in bringing about Calvert's middle school and is now helping to complete his vision of Calvert School. And trustee and alumnus Henry Hopkins, along with his wife and former teacher Nancy Hopkins. Together, they have played a valuable role in this campaign, and we are grateful for all of their leadership. Here with me today, we have Calvert's board chairman Ward Klassen, class of 1971, current grandparents and Calvert 125 campaign chairs, Wendy Griswold, who is a parent of alumni, and her husband Ben Griswold, from the class of 1952. We are so grateful for the Griswolds' extraordinary leadership in this project. Honorary Chair Wendy Bond, who is a former parent and grandparent with deep family legacy and ties to Calvert, and Wendy has spent many, many hours out on these very sidelines cheering on her grandchildren. You'll also see that I'm joined by the class of 2021. They're next to me and they're out in front of me. Our 8th grade and our school leaders. Almost 20 years ago, Jack Luetkemeyer and the board had a bold idea to expand our little school on the corner of Tuscany and Canterbury by building a middle school. And from that idea, the Francis J. Carey Jr. Middle School was born. Jack will be the first to tell you that he wasn't sure what was going to happen next. But over the last 18 years, a dedicated group of faculty, staff, and supporters created a middle school program and a kindergarten through 8th grade Calvert that we are all proud of today. But buildings and programs do not make a school what it is. Students do. And no group of students is more responsible for Calvert's success than our 8th graders, past, present, and future. They are our leaders. They are our example. They are the boys and girls who have given life to these hallways and purpose to those adults who have supported Calvert throughout the years. And so, we gather here today to honor their effort, the effort of our children, and to fulfill our responsibility to provide them the very best resources so that they and Calvert may continue to thrive. There is no program more impacted by our 8th graders than our athletic program. They have built it through their leadership, their teamwork, their commitment to one another, and their commitment and love of Calvert. They are the ones who stayed late, who set the example for our younger students, and who defined sportsmanship for our school. And so, it is my honor to stand here today with our 8th graders, my colleagues, our campaign leadership, and all of you to announce that for the first time in Calvert's history, we will have a dedicated athletic facility. The Luke DeMeyer Athletic Center, named in honor of one of Calvert's most generous and impactful alumni. Our new facility will include a large indoor turf practice field and 10 state-of-the-art squash courts. The new athletic center will enhance our already excellent sports program while also providing physical space for education, school-wide assemblies, student-led conferences, clubs, activities, and anything else our boys and girls come up with. Through a leadership gift made by Jack Luke DeMeyer, with gifts from early stakeholders, and with your support in this campaign, we plan to begin construction this summer. For this campaign, the real triumph will be honoring the commitment of our founders and strengthening that commitment for all those who will follow. With your support, this campaign will help secure and shape Calvert's future for ages yet to come. I'd now like to ask our campaign leaders to join me in making the first ceremonial dig, where the construction work for the Luke DeMeyer Athletic Center will commence shortly. Thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to sharing more about the campaign and our new athletic center with you in the weeks to come. Have a great day.